Right folks, just a quick one from me. Just going to preface this with, remember you are super close to an item that is seeing it in far higher detail than I do with the naked eye, even with glasses on or under a microscope. So, well, microscope you probably would get that detail, but that's the thing. So I can already see on the screen there's some inconsistency along the canopy line, which actually doesn't show when I photograph it either, which is weird. Anyway, so yes, this is just a quick update. And a thank you to all those who have joined the channel recently. That's awesome. As you probably know by now with me, if you're a regular, I don't really mind too much about likes, dislikes, I enjoy comments, but you know, sort of subscriber numbers and that. But it's still nice when it happens, so thank you. Really hope you've all been enjoying the videos I've been putting up the past couple of weekends. Obviously we had Duckhood, which has been going up, it's gone up at least 600k views, sorry, not 600, 600 views today alone, which is really, really weird, but really awesome. So I can only see it's being shared somewhere, which is really cool. And then yesterday, obviously, there was the Cosby victory show. I'll say yesterday, it's technically Monday morning, so I'm literally about to jump into the sack and go to sleep. But I thought I'd quickly do this because I'm really excited and really happy about this. So this is the Fujimi 1/72 scale D4Y3 Suisei, or Comet. I had a reporting name Judy, dive bomber. And this one I've now found out. Are you ready for this? Are you ready for this? I've now actually managed to find out some information about it, so let's give you a little bit of information about the real one, if it would care to join me. Yeah, wonderful. Oh, hang on a minute. There we go. Right. So this is Kugeki, I think. Kugeki attack. First Hikotai, 601st Kokutai, Hayakurihara Naval Base, Ibaraki Prefecture, August 1945 is the information I have for this one. The kit was reasonably fun to build. It went together very nicely, basically. The only downside was the transfers, or decals, depending on what you like to say. Very, very strange beasts they were. Came off the carrier film, came off the backing paper nicely, that's fine. But the glue, I don't know if there's too much glue underneath it, but it just went everywhere and started dribbling all over the place. I've had to fight a bit to do that. It didn't play nicely with Microsoft really. It appears to be settling down a bit now on the upper ring surfaces, which is nice. Just to have the bee to take pictures, but as I did a minute ago. But yes, so the rest of them, after doing the wings and seeing how they were looking, I was thinking, oh, I don't need this, the whole thing. Because Sunday was the deadline. Sunday the 4th of September was the original deadline. They haven't actually extended the deadline of the build to the 11th. But if I couldn't do it, I was going to pull out. Because I want to be judged fairly, with the same amount of time that everyone else has been judged of a finished build. I'm not saying, you know, if you're watching, you're a member of the World War II Aircraft Forum. I'm not saying if you carry on to the 11th, then you're being judged unfairly, but just in my mind, and how my mind works, I'm happier with getting it done for the deadline. The original deadline. So yes, with 4 minutes to go, the post was put up with the required photographs, the required angles, and yeah, declared done. So yes, with that in mind, I decided to put the rest of them on normally, and then I just hit them in Microsoft afterwards after getting time to dry. It should just help them look a bit better than it might otherwise do. The paint instructions were a bit rubbish, I will say, because On the other side of the fuselage, you do really have the rising sun symbol and the serial on the tail, but it'd be nice to see it for location purposes, just for reassurance. Nothing in the instructions about painting the yellow, see the yellow stripe on the propeller there. It's not actually on the tip, it's just before the tip. Nothing in the instructions about that. On the two preserved examples, there's one radial, one inline engine, because there's an inline version of this using a Japanese license-built version of the DB601 engine. The German engine. Inverted V12 70s in the 1.9, nearly 1.9. So yes, so that to take into consideration. So, but obviously that's where your research comes in, and then the interior colours were wrong. It's interior green rather than the blue. That's again some observed examples, and this wouldn't be so bad. Apart from the fact the kit is a Japanese kit, you sort of expect, you know, it's your homebrew. Like if you brew Airfix, you expect it to get a bit far right, don't you? You know, basic things. Even if the shape of the final model is not correct, the painting instructions and that should be correct, because, you know, okay, even less so for a Spitfire, because obviously there's more of them. There's only one Suisei in Japan, but still, go and look at it and do your research. But, you know, I do recommend the kit after all, ultimately, because it went together really nicely. It's a beautiful detail. As you may have seen, I added the gun. It is under there. Again, that's not in the kit. The bombs should have a proper cradle to sit in. They doesn't come in the model. But if you're new, something I like to do is build things straight from the box, warts and all. So if there's something wrong in the kit, it sort of stays there, unless it's a project that I'm taking on specifically to do the best recreation of a real life thing that I can. So yeah, this is falling under the former category. And I only had 2 weeks to do it, and I wasn't able to do work unknowns for. I mean, I work 9 to 5 during work days, so it leaves potential for after work if I'm feeling up to it or got the time. Obviously, going to Duxford and the Victory Show didn't help things, but I wouldn't have missed those for the world. But like I say, I was prepared to pull out if need be. So yeah, if you were to build it, I'd recommend buying a canopy mask if you can. It will make your life a lot easier. It takes a long time to mask up that canopy, as you can see. Even with the efforts, there's still some bits we're going to have to get out with the cocktail stick. So yes, but with all that in mind, I hope it does well. Say, on the picture I took earlier, even though it's under the same, actually had more light than what you've got now, because it was light from this direction as well. That didn't really show on the images I've looked at, but mind you, they're all on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram. On Instagram, I'm there as Pioneer Aviation. I might change it to the Christmas Hobby Blog, to be fair, if I can change it, because it just makes more sense to make life easier. But anyway, 8-minute video, just show you an aeroplane. There was some pastoral stuff as well, wasn't there? But yes, so I'm planning for it to be a live stream tomorrow night. Hopefully it will be, no, not hopefully, it will be Flight Simulator. And we'll be having a look and some fun. Hopefully some fun. Flying about in the Beech 18. So yeah, so we've had the Boeing 247. We're not going to do quite as long a flight as that, but I figured we'd take the Beech 18 up and have a bit of a play with that. Yeah, so if that sounds interesting, then that's tomorrow night's live stream. If not, then I'll see you in the next video. Till then, either way, take care. Good night and goodbye, or good morning, depending on what time of day it is. Good afternoon, good evening. See ya.